Good evening and welcome to the snowfall. You actually beat the tweet. Like you were faster than the tweet. I was still setting it up when you came into the stream. That was actually kind of amusing. Oh, I just realized one place I did not put it. The place that's most important, my own Discord. So, how are you doing tonight, Squirrel? I know we talked like, what, 2 hours ago or something like that, kinda? That was actually a pretty cool talk show, by the way. My own Discord, there we go. Go here. And paste. There we go. Now we're good. How did that change really quick? Also, anytime before midnight, I'm guessing it's early. Ooh, I have a season pass item to claim. Awesome! So, last week, during the end of the stream, I actually got enough of the stupid little gold coin things to unlock Dragonite. So, now I have Dragonite's license, and that's why he's literally on my screen right now. I am so happy. Oh, Squirrel. I have a screenshot I need to send you. Let's see. DMs. You. Where is it? There it is. I need to crop it is what I need to do. Ah! Yes, I almost had one of those before stream started. Almost. 'Cause, the youngest did wake up and cry for a little bit, but she settled down in like 45 seconds and she was like all quiet and happy again. I want Messenger because it's the easiest way to access cropping. Edit, crop. We'll just do that. And save. There we go. Now I can go to the DMs with you in it and do that. I figured you would be very amused by seeing that screenshot. That was after your second raid. Yeah. That is definitely a perfect equation for not sleeping. Oh, something I need to make sure of before I hit, start. I figured chilling out in lobby isn't a bad thing, because, I'm supposed to be chilling out in lobby anyway. At least for, like, a little bit. Oh. I need this to move. There. Because you may be broken, but I use you to greet people. Oh yeah. Doo-doo. There. Last moment audio testorino. And it only works if I'm actually, like, you know, in the game. Oh, also, Mr. Sleep actually followed me today, because I've been watching his streams, like, for the last 2 to 3 days or something like that. And he actually followed me today, so that makes me very happy. And he actually followed me today, so very happy. Wow, the game audio is very silent. We're gonna fix that. Meow. Meow. Wow, that's actually a pretty long delay on my audio. That's amusing. Okay, so it's not as long as I thought. I thought it was longer than that. And just gonna talk, so talking blah 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 blah. Cool. We have audio synchronization now at a preferred rate of synchronization. Synchronizationing. Welcome to the stream! I was literally just, you know, making sure my audio levels were proper. So, Pokemon last night, I made it to the town for the last gym. I did not do the last gym. And I did actually catch Palkia. So, I'm quite happy about that. Granted, I put Palkia in the box so I wouldn't, like, you know, totally release it in like the next 24 to 48 hours because I was so annoyed with how many stupid timer balls? Yeah, it was timer balls I was using. I almost used like 18 timer balls because I think I started with 20. And the way a timer ball works is you're supposed to be able to catch it the more turns you have. 15 timer balls later, I finally catch it! I am down to my last Pokemon, and it's like, okay, I only have revives left and maybe berries. But I did catch it, and I was like, okay, you box now. It was very fun though. And that is... making sure we're on the right setting, because I want to do the snowball fight at least until it's, you know, not a thing anymore. Oh, also, tonight is the last stream I'm doing with my little Joy-Con drift because I got my new Joy-Cons in today. I just did not get the new Joy-Cons, you know, charged between getting them and stream, but I will be using them next time I touch my Switch. I might use them tonight, actually, after stream, because I like playing, you know, like in the underground. Just for... Oh, speaking of which, I got a Helix fossil! Finally! I got something that's not an armor fossil! So happy! Almost had a bone, missed it. So yeah, I went in the underground and played around in there after, like, everything else that I did. Gonna play Dragon Knight with the Holiday Hollowware. I don't know why the word Hollowware is so hard for me to remember. Like, seriously. It's a holographic wearing item. It shouldn't be that difficult to remember. But whatever. Ready! Oh, also, the Joy-Cons that I have are literally the color scheme that I plan on using for, like, all of this. So it's like, I accidentally did that. I did not do that on purpose. I just thought they were cool looking. Where? So I got the Skyward Sword ones. Because, you know, Skyward Sword. Why am I using that? Swap this with this. Good enough. Good enough for now. I really do need to change my name in this game. Because Chris Ruby is my little personal trainer name that I use for, you know, random Pokemon stuff. Because, you know, Crystal and Ruby were my second and third version of Pokemon that I played personally. Yellow was my first. And that's why I name every Pikachu that I ever get Amarillo. Or Amarilla. Amarilla. With a A. It really hurts my brain to mispronounce Spanish. Amarilla. There you go. So, the one thing I have to complain about this character is the walking. Like, it is very different and very, I don't know. Like, every other character in the game has, like, this walk that works a little bit better. You can't score if I do this. Come here, Pikachu. But yeah, walking around like a snake. Kinda strange. And evolved. Very nice. Extreme speed, I'm thinking, will be the better one. And I'm totally just making this up as I go. I have no clue what I'm doing with Dragonite, Dratini, Dragonair. I do need to play that electric cat at some point too. Because I've not played it either. And I keep trying to talk my husband into joining me. But he was super tired tonight because, you know, school. So he couldn't do it. Oh, that looks awesome! Oh yes, I love it. So, by Kana's little... It is Kana, right? By her comments earlier, like, in your talk show, about, being on the Thursday one, does she mean on it? Like, as a guest? Because that might be kind of cool. That is actually really cool. I'm going to have to watch that because I am kind of curious about Kana and, you know, personality, likes, etc. Because I've never watched her streams, I don't think. I've literally run into most of these people, like, in your chat. And I'm slowly getting to know them. Mummy actually came to Mr. Sleep's stream earlier today. So, got to talk to Mummy for a little bit. Well then! That was awesome! Let me score, yes! Sometimes you can score, sometimes you can't. I don't understand this level really. I'm just gonna, you know, fly over this way and pretend that no one saw me collect those points at all. There we go. Okay, so once I'm evolved, I kind of really like Dragonite. I don't have any points! I don't care if I become a snowman!
Time's up.
Flying snowman.
You win.
Woo! I mean, it wasn't that hard of a match, so kind of expected. I need to download RLCraft so that I can build something like on top of your house for tomorrow. Yes. And then Friday's gonna be 12 hours? Friday's gonna be interesting. It's very interesting to see who all has Hollowware, because I'm trying to figure out if this is one of those games, if people have Hollowware, do they take the game more seriously, or if they don't have Hollowware, do they take it less seriously? Don't know that yet. I know that applied to League of Legends to a degree whenever I used to play.
Ready? Go!
That is something that I have not touched in years! And now that Arcane is like a series, people are like, I want to play League of Legends! It's nothing like the show, trust me! There is a daily ritual of uninstalling for a reason. And running for our lives from dungeons. I am kind of curious as to what the difference with this computer compared to the other computer will be with running RLCraft. Because the other computer struggled with load up. But I'm thinking this one's going to be a little bit smoother at least. Because I was playing TF2 earlier, and it was like, it had no issues whatsoever. It was kind of awesome. I figured out my favorite loadout character in TF2 is probably the Pyro. Because it has a really nice AoE. I do not want to be right next to you when you have Pedal Dance active.
You're in trouble.
I'm kind of curious as to why you're gonna do more running. I mean, you have good armor in RL Craft, so that makes sense. By the way, what does silver do in RL Craft? Because I found a little part of that, and I was like, ew, what does this do? And so it's just in my chest in the tower in the main area. That is Meteor Mash. Okay, that's cool. Oh! That's gonna be chaos. That's gonna be absolute chaos. That is going to be really fun to watch. Okay. Silver pickaxe. Absolutely worthless because it just, like, depletes super fast. Would not surprise me saying that gold is like that. Let me use it! Bye-bye. Apparently that didn't really work how I was hoping it would.
You can do the final stretch.
I did not know it had Twitch integration. I have played it before, but without the Twitch integration option. It is absolutely amazing and horrible all at the same time. Like, it is amazing because of what I'm saying makes it horrible. I have not scored much this game at all. I just realized that.
What a goal!
I'm kind of curious as to what the Twitch integration is going to end up being like. Like, not the Twitch integration itself, but more of what is your chat going to do with it?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Because your chat is actually quite amusing. Welcome to the stream. I have just finished a round in which I probably lost. Yep. Because I know I didn't score at all that round. Probably same thing for my team. Gonna hang out in... Okay, I have 25 of 100. Gonna hang out here for like 2 minutes. I mean, it would be really fun sometime to just tell chat, I don't care how bad it is, do not choose a single good option for the Twitch integration. And just see how long you can survive. Actually, that should be a channel reward. That would be a very good channel reward. Not a single good option for Twitch integration. At some point, I want to play Choice Chamber. Because, I actually do own that one. And apparently, there's a lot of options in that one. It's actually pretty cool. And, they can choose, like, no jump ability, and they can pick your weapon, and all of this other stuff. Maybe. So here's a question with tomorrow, after Minecraft, what's everyone who's doing Minecraft doing? Are we just moving to chat, or are we moving to 7 Days to Die? I only ask because these are important questions. I'm going to start. Because Dragonite of awesomeness! Slowly getting used to Dragonite. It's gonna take probably about 2 to 4 more rounds for me to actually figure out my groove. But that's what I get for choosing a new Pokemon that I haven't touched yet. But hey, 1 victory, 1 loss for the night so far. Not gonna complain. Pretty. Dragonite. I should actually do this and see if I can make this any better. Attack. Do I have anything with better attack stat? So, 24... So 11 is what that's at. That's special attack. That's defense. That's HP. I do not have anything better at the moment that could actually help Dragonite. That makes sense. And it's that stupid owl thing! No! I actually don't know what the next Pokemon license I'm gonna save up for is, but I'm thinking I need to go for 10,000 coins again. Because that seems to be working quite well for stuff. Actually, I might go for Blastoise. And he's only 8,000. Because, ever since I played him, I believe it was last week, ever since I played him, I'm kind of like, wanted to play him again, but I don't have him unlocked. That was a temporary unlock that I had. Oh, yes! Arc is amazing, and you should totally do it. I've never heard of Chaos Creator. Ooh, that sounds so cool. But yeah, I've never heard of Chaos Creator, but saying it's Arc, I'm gonna guess it's amazing. 'Cause, I've owned Arc since it was like painfully obvious that it was beta. And, or painfully obvious that it was early access. And, I did not like it at first, honestly. But then I played with a friend and I realized that I was totally wrong with my judgment for that game. And I should completely rethink my thinking on it.
You're in trouble.
I mean, I can volunteer if you want. I'm not exactly that great at it, and I might, you know, totally die because I steal eggs from not Pokemon, from dinosaurs that don't want their eggs stolen, but it's a fun game. Of course, my antics in any game are kind of like what I did in Minecraft on last Tuesday. My playstyle is my playstyle no matter what I'm playing.
You can do it.
I will definitely have to search that, 'cause I am now curious. I might actually watch that instead of, like, playing Animal Crossing or whatever to go to bed. Because that is actually very interesting. Or rather, it sounds interesting. Hello, Cinderace! You think you can score? No, not allowed. Meteor Mash! I said you weren't allowed to score. Thank you for all your points. Your contribution to my team has been received, and we will process it very soon. Hopefully we don't have any issues with the processing.
Don't give up. The final stroke. What a goal!
Thank you for helping my team win. I need to, like, come up with something that's a little more uniform for that. Turn it into a sound bit. Turn it into a channel reward. I'm gonna have way too much fun with channel rewards once I have them. I mean, chat can be as sadistic as they want. You saw my disability to rage. Like, I legit lack the ability to rage. I am not gonna score this.
5,
There's no way.
3,
No way.
2, 1.
No way. No way.
Time's up.
Yep. Even with Articuno, that would have been 100 more points! I mean, we probably won, but...
You lose.
Ah! If I would have scored, we would have won by 7 points! Ah! No! I mean, if you're gonna play a game where chat can be sadistic, let them be sadistic, because that is what causes amusement. And if the reason that you're doing horrible at the game is because of chat's actions, so be it. That's the fun of it. Yeah, I assumed. Autocorrect is stupid, and I have autocorrect on my phone to where I'm not allowed to say the word love. It always autocorrects to live. Like L-I-V-E. Not life. Not anything else that would make sense. Live. I don't know what algorithm my phone is using, but I do not use the word live that much that it should autocorrect love to live. I could really confuse it by actually searching love live like for a straight week. That would be amazing. Oh, something that I'm kind of curious about with analytics. I'm curious as to if school affects it. Because a lot of people are going back to school. I'm wondering if that affects numbers of the late night streamers at all. There's a way to turn it off? Since when was that a thing? Like, I've literally never seen that function anywhere. I want to become a Dragonair. Because Dratini sucks. Every first evolution sucks in this game. Give me your Bulbasaur. I don't want to deal with you, I just want your Bulbasaur. Ivysaur. Thank you. I'm not sorry, Cinderace! Like, I've never seen a way to turn it off, ever. Not that I've ever really looked for it, mind you, but I've never seen it. I like how these points just keep going from one person to the other, because every time that someone picks them up, they get defeated, and then someone else picks them up. If Haunter could just never evolve ever again, I would be happy. I mean, thankfully, you have to trade him to get him to evolve. So, unless you do that, you don't really need an Everstone. But the fact that Gengar even exists in the first place. The anime ruined me on that one. Because the episode where Ash is with the Haunter and the Haunter gets like all attached to him and stuff. I kind of really loved that episode. So that's where my fandom of Haunter came in.
You're in trouble.
I did not want to give them those points. It will definitely affect anyone who streams, like, I want to say 5 a.m. to about 3 or 4 p.m. Because those are the times that, you know, I recall school being. Because you gotta to get up, you gotta get ready for school, then you gotta go to school, then you gotta actually have the ride home time calculated as well. I mean, at least that way we can put theory to actually test. Because, if your numbers for those streams do go down, then it's definitely a school thing. Because your streams seem pretty consistent. I'm wondering if I don't want to do melee attacks with Dragonite. Like if I should be a little more ranged. That might help. Also, going in Venusaur's face is probably not the best strategy.
4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Because Venusaur is a tank.
You lose.
I mean, that wasn't horrible. I am so looking forward to getting rid of this drift. Yeah, I'm gonna just play with those Joy-Cons like after stream, because I can plug in my Switch easily. And I can connect them to the Switch, therefore they don't actually need a charge. Average of 19. That is nice. And the peak I saw was 21. But yeah, tonight's stream was insane. I was taking care of the boys earlier, so I didn't actually see the start of it. But I popped in when I was able to look at my phone and, you know, notice things. I keep following the people you raid. Like, either you pick someone who is playing something that I'm interested in, or I like their design. So I end up, like, following almost instantly. I'm curious about that too, especially the average. For a 12-hour stream, what is the average gonna do? Like, is it gonna fluctuate, or is it gonna stay steady? That's why I'm curious about it.
Ready? Go!
I expect it to fluctuate, but I don't know, like, how much it's gonna fluctuate by, therefore affecting the average. What will the final average be? That's what I want to know. Also, will you hit 100 viewers for the entire stream? And how many new followers will you get from it? Because in 12 hours, new people have to discover you. And new viewers are potential followers. So, how many of them are going to follow you? I'm looking so forward to the 7 Days to Die part. Because I want to see what chat does. It's a 12-hour stream! 100 viewers is not that hard to, like, think of, because, let's see. That means that in 10 hours of your stream, you would need to have 10, individual viewers each hour. I think you can do that. Any higher than, you know, 10, like, separate viewers in 10 hours will get you above 100.
You're in trouble.
I really need to get extreme speed. Why are you still a Squirtle? How have you not evolved? But yeah, I totally predict 100 viewers. I'm actually really amused by the numbers for anything over like 2 or 3 hours. Because after you do that, you get quite a few more numbers. Just because, you know, people like to come in for some reason after the 2 or 3 hour mark. I don't know why. It's just a pattern I've seen.
You can do it.
Come on, Mamoswine! Someone get Mamoswine, please! Thank you! I didn't work that hard on getting Mamoswine's health that low to let them get away. Oh, and now, apparently I am Mamoswine's favorite. I love doing that. That's still pretty cool. I don't even think I'm at 2 yet. Like, last couple of streams have been pretty nice. Because I've been holding like 2 or 3 viewers for most of the stream. But I'm pretty sure my average is still below 2. It'll happen. I think that I'd actually have better luck trying to avoid affiliate at this point than going for it. Or rather, I would have a harder time avoiding it than getting it. That's what I meant. Because speech is totally normal when you're trying to also play a game. English sentences make sense. Lost. I call it now, lost. Yep. Why are people still using the pumpkin Pikachu hat? Like, it's really cute and all, but like, it's January. Why do I think I'd have a better chance of, like, or rather, why do I think it would be harder to avoid than get? Because that's what I meant to say. My words were backwards. I think I'm gonna have a lot easier time getting affiliates than trying to avoid it at this point, because all I have to do is sit here and wait for the numbers to come to me. Because all I like is that average. And once I have that, I can do sound bits and channel rewards galore. I'm gonna have too many channel rewards. Is there a limit for how many channel rewards you can have? Because that's kind of irrelevant to my life. I might have to choose my favorite channel rewards, not just, you know, do whatever I want. Ew, turn controller upside down. Ugh. That would be horrid. Or switch hands with Joy-Cons. Ah! Ah! So you have not reached it yet then? New life goal, reach limit on channel rewards options. I'm dead. Yep. Called it! Absolutely called it. I have too many ideas. I have to try them all. Like, if there's one thing the Twitch should not give me is the ability to do multiple channel rewards on account of I'm just going to fill the list with as many as they will let me have. Well, that worked. And by worked, I mean failed miserably. Come here, Wigglytuff. I need you to transform for me into a creature of ice and snow. Absol, yes. I almost totally missed that Absol had like 1 HP. Do that. There we go. So much better than Dragon Dance. Like, I should just make that the default. 'Cause that makes sense. Hello, Absol. Let us defeat you. Right as I was going to use my Unite attack and everything. This is why I played Soraka. Because I could use her ultimate attack anywhere on the field. So yeah, on League of Legends, I totally main Soraka. Except I don't play her correctly. She's supposed to be a healer, and I don't play her as a healer. I need to actually see if that works for meta anymore.
The final stretch.
All my points are gone. They took them.
What a goal!
I'm also wondering if I can like have different rewards for different like streams. Because obviously during like a 3D modeling stream, I'm not gonna have a controller to flip upside down. I can put the mouse in the opposite hand, but that's about it. Oh, by the way, Beat Saber with the two controllers in the opposite hands. So fun. Like, your brain still wants to do it correctly, so you end up trying to do your right hand instead of your left hand when you're supposed to be doing your left hand. But it is so fun. That was actually a really good game. And I got MVP. Okay. I can live with MVP. Yeah. Nope, bad. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. By the way, if you ever want to join a match, just let me know. 'Cause I can wait in lobby for you if you want. I kind of love having Dragonite. I totally called he was the next Pokemon license they were gonna add after the Christmas event, like, main page became like live. Cause Dragonite was on that opening page. Well, yeah, you can buy a Switch first, or you can put it on your Android device or whatever. I know you have to have a Nintendo account for sure. Because that's kind of what everything's connected to. I am curious as to if the cell phone players are actually cross-compatible with the Switch players. Because I have never been able to answer that. I should test that out. At some point. Yes, use Ember on me. I use Twister. And Dragon Breath. Thank you, Gibble, for helping me with that. You don't own any Android, really? It is also available on iOS. But you don't own Android? I don't think I knew that one. I favor Android. Hence why I don't own an iPhone right now. Thought I was gonna get Ninetales, but no. That was actually kind of amusing. I lost track of your avatar for a second. Cause it was like, almost camouflaged with that little, item thing in the middle of the screen that I have to press Y to activate. Huh. I should technically do that, but I have not. Because the one thing that you learn about being a graphic artist is that you should just go with Apple and not even fight it. Because Apple is the best for graphic art. But, you know, I went with Windows, because I'm weird. You have saved your teammate! Congratulations! Now wait for me to come back on the field so that I can actually avenge myself. There. And that is why you don't do that. Oh hey Charizard. Thank you for more points. I promise to use them for the best thing ever, which is me defeating you. And they both gang up on me. I deserve that, I believe it! That's actually pretty cool, because I think that's about how long I've been using Android. Because I've been using Android since the Galaxy Skyrocket 2. I'm just gonna... Or not! I was gonna go heal, but whatever. This works too, I guess. Are you going to really let me? You did. Okay. This is going to be amusing. Because I don't know how many I'm gonna score, like, right now.
What a goal!
Going for it again!
3.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Ah! I could have done 300 at the end. That would have been so cool.
You win.
And that one is getting screen capped. I believe that is going to be the screen capture I use for my whole thank you for joining me for my stream post whenever I'm done with this. Because I am not going to have a better game than that. It's not going to happen. There is no such thing as a better game than that. My only regret is that it was 300, not 400. Had the timer lasted about 4 or 5 more seconds, I would have had 100 more points. I love PvP. I need to play EVE Online and make an alpha tune and make a corp and then just let that corp be like at war with one of the larger alliances, like non-stop, just because it would be non-stop content. And it would teach my members to, you know, become good at PvP! And actually become organized and form up fleets that were actually really good. My husband apparently defeated a 2 billion in-game money worth pod. He got that from a pod. Which means the pilot had integrations that were expensive and they should not have been flying with those. Eve is basically Microsoft Excel with like Star Wars graphics. And then it's also a little bit like if a Twitch chat is given the ability to do whatever they want to a streamer. Except, Twitch chat is kind. New Eden, there is no forgiveness. At all. It's like, oh, there's a space pirate! Well, you can take all my stuff, because you're gonna do it either by force, or you're gonna be like, you know, fighting me the entire time until I give you all the money that my corporation, guild, whatever you want to call it, has made. And yes, the EVE Online thing is literally my brain just wandering to wherever it is that my brain wanders to and thinking of the first thing it thinks of. And time to focus. Oh, by the way, Mr. Sleep actually beat Ratchet and Clank today. Like, beat the final boss and everything. So it was kind of fun to watch that. And then after that, he went to a little just chatting thing and chatted for a little while. Asked him a bunch of questions. Made me realize some questions that have not been asked on your talk show. Like, one of the questions that he got was, how old are you or your avatar? What color is your hair? How tall are you? Mr. Sleep? Mr. Sleep was already on your show. The people who were asking questions were... I don't think that they are VTubers. They're just, like, really avid viewers of Mr. Sleep's. Let me go! Your hypnosis sucks! Oh, the questions, yeah. Cause I mean, as long as you don't get like too personal, like IRL, I don't see that any of those would be that bad or, you know, something that someone wouldn't want to answer. One that I found really interesting was, do you plan on playing RPG? And apparently, that one's answer is actually that he's going to play Kingdom Hearts tomorrow. So, in all technicality, Kingdom Hearts is an RPG. jump. I somehow think that this game is going to end on this goal. Just everyone trying to fight for scoring or for points.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
That does make sense. That way you can avoid like awkwardness in the actual like stream. Ooh! I can try the little gotcha thingy. Energy rewards thingy. Okay, that one I actually really like because it's 320 of them. And getting 320 of those is not exactly the easiest thing in the world. Like outside event or whatever. That is not easy. Let's just do this. 'Cause that makes it a lot easier. Ooh, I have quite a few things that I get to unlock. Yeah, go over. Collect these. So that the little, thing that tells me that I'm getting them goes away. And then photo challenge ended. So, back to the regularly scheduled battles. I hit my microphone with my shoulder. My husband actually has like a roadmap for like how to make it like better for me to stream. And apparently he has like this list of upgrades to my streaming area in the order that I'm probably gonna get them. Apparently he has new desk as the first thing. And then after that is a new chair. He already got me a Ethernet cable that can go from our modem down to here. Got me a better computer. Yeah. He is definitely my biggest supporter and I'm thinking biggest fan. If it doesn't grow and change, then I want to say something is being done wrong. Because if there's no way to improve, then what are you striving for? Like, the day that I lose the thing, or the day that I lose the ability, and, like, even if I lose the ability to find or learn anything new for 3D modeling, I am going to quit cold turkey. Because if I can't learn anything, and if there's nothing new for me, why is 3D modeling even worth my time? that's true too.
Ready?
And if I run out of upgrades for, like, making streaming better, I'll just be like, okay guys, I'm saving up for a indoor roller rink for my house. I have a, estimated price of about 400K. Let's do this. The question should be, you know, how do I know that number off the top of my head? That's one of those conversations that my husband and I had, and I was talking about, like, building a custom house that's at least $1 million. And I was like, okay, personal roller rink the size of half this building. How much would that cost? Apparently, somewhere around 400,000 for what I had said the parameters were. He's also said that he's not going to buy me a personal roller rink unless I can actually give him like half the funds or all the funds that are needed for it. Which, I mean, I guess that's fair. Run away! But yeah, I'm trying to come up with like $1 billion home, and even with everything that I'm coming up with for it, I'm still in like the low millions. Just cause I think it would be fun to try to come up with this. I've gone as far as like purchasing land being part of the cost, building a indoor roller rink, indoor swimming pool, indoor hot tub, sauna. I have come up with all of the extra stuff that you will never actually need all of in your house ever. Just because I could. Like, this is what I do when I'm bored, is I just come up with outlandish things that I'll probably never have, but it's fun to imagine. Ooh, I should also add probably a skating rink to it, because that would probably amp the cost up quite a bit. Especially since I'd have to have a Zamboni with it. And I don't know if utility bills would actually go towards the cost of the house. Probably not. Welcome to RJ's stream where we talk about things that make no sense. I actually did try to make a $1 million home in The Sims, and then I realized that everything I was adding to it was actually furniture related, and in reality, that is not how the cost of housing actually works. It actually works by being, you know, the cost of the house, not the contents therein. So I need to rethink my build strategy in Sims. I also, like, suck at building things in Sims. So I need to practice. I'm pretty sure we lost with how this last minute is going. I just love how low detail the Pokemon models actually are. And yet they work.
You lose.
Ow! Ow! But it's sleep. That's for, like, people who need sleep. Or squirrels that need sleep, in your case. Good night, squirrel. You need sleep for tomorrow. Because you don't want to be like super tired during your stream. I'm just one of those weirdos that, you know, my tiredness dictates when my stream ends. I mean, honestly, if you had 24 hours in the day and you didn't have to eat, you would be able to do so much more with your day. I'd still eat because it tastes good. Thank you for the follow! I have actually seen you before. Like, I've legit seen you before. I mean, honestly, if you could help me with that, that would be awesome, because he doesn't need sleep for his stream tomorrow. I mean, I don't mind if people don't know if I stream or not. I had to correct not following someone, I think it was yesterday. Because I have someone who I'm actually working on a 3D model for them. And I realized I'm following them on Twitter, but not on Twitch. So I had to fix that. I was like, I didn't realize that was a thing. Sorry. So, how are you doing tonight, Edith? Wow, my bot's slow. Bot, that's been a thing for like 4 minutes now. I need to figure out which item does that. Because I keep getting sent back to base, and I have not figured out which one does that yet. By the way, I unlocked Dragonite last week, so that's kind of why I'm playing it, like, tonight. And this is actually a different mode than the normal mode. Normal mode, I would have a countdown timer for when I respawn. But this is Snowball Fight, so instead of having a countdown timer, you become a snowman.
You're in trouble.
And then you can, like, pose and jump around, and that makes your little blue bar up there go faster. And that decides if you, you know, are no longer a snowman. And I'm actually super hyped because this is the last stream I have to do with my stupid Joy-Cons having a drift. Cause I got new Joy-Cons. This is Pokemon Unite. It's basically what happens when League of Legends and Pokemon have a child. I actually got the Skyward Sword version of them. So it looks super awesome. One's dark blue, the other's dark purple. I unintentionally made it actually my color scheme that I'm gonna use for the whole VTubing thing once I get my avatar figured out. And yes, I'm streaming pre-debut. But I have a design figured out, it's just the color scheme that is giving me issues.
You're on to the final stretch.
If Charizard could have been in my little circle, that would have been so much more useful.
What a goal!
I mean, I plan on 3D modeling my avatar. Like, the only issue I have right now is quite literally that I have not figured out the color scheme and how I'm gonna, like, color her hair and all that. Outside that, I have the design finished, so I could technically start the 3D model and just add colors later when I figure them out.
5, 4,
But I kind of like what I'm doing, how I'm doing it.
time's up.
And I just realized, since you followed me, I have access to doing this. Where is... Nope, I want my main page thingy. Now, I want to go to... Stream Manager. There we go. And there you are. There we go. Much better. So what I usually do with Mondays is, this is actually open lobby so that my viewers can play with me. So usually I'll like hang out in lobby and there's a little join code. Ew. Person. You will help me with my seasonal goals, hopefully. So the lobby ID is up in the left-hand corner there. And I usually just hang out in lobby to see if anyone wants to join. And then after about 2 minutes, I go into a match. I want to do this with more games, but this is really the first game and only game I figured out how to set this up for. I know there are others, but this one's like the easiest for me right now. Exactly. And I figure the typing of the lobby ID does take time as well. Oh, also, if you look on the bottom of my screen, I'm just gonna hang out where I am right now for a little bit. If you notice this little guy right here, this is your avatar. Basically, anyone who interacts with chat gets one. And they spawn in. It's really cool. And then the Stream Avatars extension that my bot just, you know, made go in chat has the whole how you can mess with them thing. I actually bought Stream Avatars as a thank you for 50 followers thing. And since then I have had 13 more followers. So, I'm quite happy about that. Because I got 50 literally right before midnight on New Year's Eve. I also kind of hang out in lobby to give my hands a break. I personally really like the animation of this one. It has a slot machine that comes up and it plays slots! It is so cute! I'm prone to cute things, by the way. I should probably mention that. There we go! There it is! I have not seen that animation yet! Oh, that's adorable! Oh, that's why. I'm hitting B instead of A. That's what I get for playing Halo Infinite! Reverse the A and B on me, Xbox. So yeah, 2 days ago, I believe, is when I played Halo Infinite. And I know at some point I'm gonna get the Xbox and the Switch controls confused because they're literally, like the A, B, X, and Y are flipped from each other. Like A is B, B is A, X is Y, Y is X. Actually, Xbox controller right here. Yeah, A and B are exactly inverse of each other, and X and Y are exact inverse of each other on the Xbox and the Switch.
Ready, go!
Sling is a fun one. I need to eventually, like, mess with the avatars to where I make, like, my little own custom stuff. Because it would be really cool to have, like, my own custom little boss thing. I love that dance. Yes. I can actually spawn those in, by the way. It's pretty fun to spawn like 20 of them on account of because I can. But ever since I got 50 followers, the stream avatars have been in basically any stream that I could run them for. Because my old computer did not like running them on a few things. But that's not a problem anymore. So I should be able to run them in most streams. Ah, if I could have used that. I had a heal item and I couldn't use it the 1 second that it mattered. I don't want the snowball, I want the little holy grail looking thing. So I had one game that I screenshot. I had over 300 points in that game, and my team scored like nothing, and we won. So I totally screenshot that, and I'm saving it for later. It will be on Twitter. Because I like using screenshots from the actual stream for my whole thank you for joining me for stream post, like, after it's over. Last week I used images of unlocking Dragonite. And the Holiday Hollowware, which you'll see once I actually evolve into Dragonite. It's a lot easier with Switch games to do that because I can just, you know, upload the actual screenshots from the Switch to Twitter. With anything that's not Switch, it's a little more complex. Meteor Mash. Ah! So close. Oh, also, one question that I ask on my Twitter quite often is, if there's any games that people would want to watch me play, because I personally don't want my streams to be all about me. I get that I'm the streamer, but the viewers should have a say in what they are watching as well. So, I plan on asking if there is anything that they want to watch me play, you know, until they get sick of it. But I will not stop even then. I even, like, mentioned in my last tweet about it, you're probably gonna get sick of this question eventually, but I'm still gonna ask it. I love the Holiday Hollowware. It's so cute. I have a favoritism towards Gen 1, by the way. Because that was the first Pokemon game I ever played. And then I also have a favoritism towards Gen 2. Because second game I ever played.
4, 3, 2, 1. What a go! Time's up.
There's a lot of really good games within Survival and City Builder. One I've been one I have been meaning to play is Age of Empires 2 Definitive. Because that one is really fun. I just don't know how to make it amusing for a stream, because a single round of that game can last hours if you're against the right people. And then I promised myself I would never touch Subnautica unless it was in VR. So I'm kind of wondering if I can run VR and if I can run Subnautica. If that is the case, I will be very happy. Oh, also, Wednesday. Wednesday is a fun day for me. Wednesday is the day I dedicate to playing games that make me question my decisions in life. So it's called Why Me Wednesday. And so far I've played usually like rage games on Wednesdays. But I'm also thinking of just playing games with horrible mechanics or controls as well. On account of, because why not? And then Friday is Fender Blender Friday. That's the day that I 3D model. And everything else besides Thursday is basically whatever looks good when I look in my Steam library or what I have on Switch, and I'm making the schedule. And Thursdays I have off.
Ready, go!
I assume it's a really good game. And that's why I'm thinking that I'd be doing it like an injustice by playing it outside VR. Because I'm thinking its best form is probably in VR. And then Raft. Ah, Raft. I have a love-hate relationship with that one. I name every single shark. And, yeah. Solo I suck. Cause, yeah, I don't really know how to fight the shark. Like, I know how to fight the seagulls, and I know how to build the raft, and I can sometimes get a hit off on the shark, but I'm not exactly skilled at it. That was actually very amusing with how much damage that did to you, Meow. 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 I mean, VR is a fad. Like, in and of itself, it is a fad. But I am one of those people who's like, I know it's a fad, but I still love it. I'd prefer something more along the lines of like a nerve gear, but in reality. But, you know, I realize that Elon Musk has not advanced his little neural science thingy that he's doing to that point yet. So, I shall wait the 50 plus years that, you know, we're still away from a legit nerve gear. Pretty sure we're at least 50 years away from it. And even at that, a nerve gear is probably going to fall under being a fad. Like, the 3DS was really cool. But unfortunately, 3D falls under fad. So, we only get so much of it. Like, it's actually kind of fun to see what all Elon does. 'Cause, like, in my view, he's basically the equivalent of what happens when you give, like, a 16-year-old nerd enough funds to do anything they want. You want a, like, electric car? There you go. You want to go to space? There you go. You want a cryptocurrency? There you go. As far as I know, that's all stuff he's done. And, like, I would totally do that if I had, like, the funds to do it. Maybe not the cryptocurrency, because crypto is, you know, less, like, less stable than stocks.
Don't give up the final stretch.
I know he didn't, like, invent them, but he, like, has his name on all that stuff.
What a goal!
Like, I don't even think Dogecoin is actually relevant anymore. Like, I think that was, like, a couple months because it was trending.
What a goal!
Also, I've never touched a Tesla. Oh yeah. If I had money, I'd probably buy, like, a arcade, honestly, and make them relevant again.
Time's up.
Because, yeah, people don't go to arcades anymore because we all have access to all of this gaming stuff now. But arcades are nostalgic, and they're kind of awesome. Mod, you can shut up. So, Teslas are not actually popular here. Like, I've seen more McLarens and, Chargers and... what's the other one? I don't remember what it's called. Blah. I'm not good at car names. Not really. But I see more like the expensive sports cars that you drive just because, you know, you think they're cool to drive. And these are cars that are ranging somewhere between 4K and $1 million that are just being driven because their owners want to drive them. And it's like, okay, that's cool. I will never afford that, but that's cool to see. I love seeing the McLarens. They're so pretty. Automod complained about AF. Because apparently that is something it cares about. I have been a gamer most of my life. I don't personally care, like, if it's used in a casual sense. I only care when it's like, you know, to where I cannot read a message without having to, like, blank out every third word. That's when I start caring. But, like, I don't care if, like, it's casual. I personally don't swear, if you can't tell. But that's because that's, like, a habit I have, and I've had that my entire life. I was taught not to swear, and, like, that's never really gone away.
Ready? Go!
I mean, that's totally cool. I actually started stream late because my husband walked into the house and I'd not seen him all day, and I was like, hi, and hi became like a 30-minute conversation. Actually, that conversation started with a phone call, which was also hi, and then that became a 30-minute conversation. But that was before stream time. I get easily distracted by conversations with my husband. It's just how it is. We have some of the most random conversations. Ah, that makes sense. Like, I even have replacement words that I'll use. I have quite a few replacement words, actually. I'm wondering if that's because we use different words than you would in Australia. Cause like, I don't know any words that would be like right off the bat what we would say differently. But I do know that over here, a lot of cursing can be seen as like crude, and even with specific people. Sometimes they can see cursing as like a lack of education type thing. I don't know why, but that is how it's been explained to me before sometimes. Oh, hey! No! I should have been able to take that! Really? I mean, there are certain, like, I guess cultures within, like, workplaces that's totally normal. And then, like, gaming, if you become buddies with, like, someone in a guild in a game, then you'll literally greet each other with the F word, and it's like, it's really weird to be like, oh, hey! And then you say something, and it's like, oh, that happened.
Don't give up the final stretch.
That's actually pretty cool that you are... Give me a second. That's pretty cool that you're finishing up your doctorate.
What a goal!
I personally chose the whole wifing thing over a degree. I could go back to school and get one pretty easily,
What a goal!
but right now I'm caring more about teaching my 3-year-old like math and the alphabet. He can almost count to 10 without help. And then yesterday I actually had him do that little game where you have a picture of an object and you have letters on the other side of the page, and whatever letter that object starts with, you draw a line from the object to the letter it starts with. It was really fun doing that with him. That is really cool. And I don't know residency to be anything outside the medical field. Please correct me if I am wrong on that. I have to get rid of my Christmas outfit soon, because I said I was going to get rid of it whenever the snowball event ended. I mean, it doesn't go away, but I'm going to get rid of it in a sense of change my outfit. That's actually really cool that you're in mental health. Like, that's a really cool one. I've never heard of anyone going into mental health. I've heard of them going into physical therapy and, like, every single version of, like, ER, doctor, nurse, etc. But that's really cool. I'm kind of curious as to how that's going to help you avoid crazy people, but that's still pretty cool. Like, skill-wise, what's the difference between just being in it for 20 years, or wait, 20 years in IT? In IT, not it. I read it as it, not IT. I was gonna ask what the difference is between 20 years of being in mental health in general and then the difference between that and just therapist. Because I'm assuming the skill sets for those are different. And I'm assuming, like, actually, whatever is not therapist would be, I guess, broader or whatever, is how my brain's doing that. That is true, and I can totally see where you're coming from with the IT thing. Mental health people, at least, are coming to you because they want to try to figure out things and not be, I guess, as crazy as they are, even though they're not really crazy. That would be absolute chaos. That would be fun, but absolute chaos. And in IT, you get to deal with everyone else's problems. It's like, hey, my control button won't do this. What do you want me to do? Fix it. I pressed it, it's fixed. No, it's not. Fix it. Obviously, very simple scenario there, since I know, like, literally nothing about IT. Outside the whole, you know, you help fix people's problems. That makes sense. I've actually not ever talked to a therapist. Like, I've never gone to a therapist, but I've also never talked to one just, like, about their profession. Wait, what? They thought that a CD player in their computer was a coffee cup holder. That is amazing! And now I kind of want to like design that into a thing, because that would be kind of cool. Just get one of the old like Windows 98 disk drives, turn it into a coffee cup holder. That might actually be very aesthetically pleasing. Love the speed boost after I use my Unite skill. I really need to change the default of that one to extreme speed, not Dragon Dance. Because I keep getting it to where I get Dragon Dance just because I don't press the button. So I'm thinking fortify the bottom of the tray with like metal and weld it.
Don't give up the final stretch.
Because that would look amazing. And then like Dremel the center of the disk drive out where, you know, you would place the disk to where it would be the size of like a coffee cup, to where it would nest in there. That would look really cool. I kind of want to do this now. I need a Windows 98. That would work.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
I actually don't know what part that would be. Like, would that be like the little area where the disk drive actually goes into? Because I'm wondering if you weld the inside of that as well, would that actually help? So the little part of the disk drive that like comes out on those little tracks, if you just put a metal beam down the entire track and then welded it to anything it touched, that should help reinforce, right? And then somehow make like a little metal plate to go over the area where the part that comes out would go into, and somehow attach that to the part that comes out as well. Because the whole thing is made out of plastic pretty much, except for that track, isn't it? And obviously the microchip and all that that's used for the disk drive itself. There is no such thing as a metal body disk drive, is there? Because that might actually be an easier one to work with. You'd have to watch your heat on the welding, because I'm pretty sure it would be aluminum, but it would still work a lot better than a plastic one. So tray is plastic no matter what. Or are you saying that the tray is... No? Yeah. Tray is plastic. Could you fabricate a tray out of metal? if you take the tray out, could you duplicate it with like all the stuff that you would have in like a fab shop? I'm kind of curious if you could like make your own tray. Just like take the dimensions and try to make it look as close to the plastic counterpart as you can. You might need a CNC machine or a plasma cutter, but it might be possible. I mean, you can still make the plastic one work, you just have to reinforce it with enough metal in the non-visible areas. That makes sense. And you can always, like, take a coffee cup and put it on the tray to see where the weakness is. And then reinforce around the weakness. I want a plasma cutter so badly. Either a plasma cutter or a laser cutter, because I love how they work. Like, I would just put stuff in them just to watch it do it. I don't even care if I actually use what I put in there. I just want to watch it.
You can do it!
I think it depends on the metal. Because I think like 16 gauge it works with. Because I've seen videos on YouTube where they're using laser cutters. See, that's one thing that I would not be able to own because I would do nothing but watch it. I would run out of the plastic stuff. Enamel or whatever it's called. I would run out of that so much. All the 3D prints.
You're in trouble!
Ah! That would explain it. Yeah, I'm kind of jealous of fab shops and what all they get. I also really want to learn like blacksmithing, but you need a forge for that. And I don't have a forge. When you first got one specifically, you stared at them too much. That's amazing. I actually have a metal lathe. I've just not played with it. And that was actually an upgrade from the shopsmith that I had. Because we had a shopsmith, then we got the metal lathe, and it's like, well, the metal lathe can do everything the shopsmith can. It's not like a giant lathe or anything, but I can, like, I think it's called spinning metal whenever you make it go around and you shape it or whatever. I can do that. I just haven't, because I've not really played with it since we got it, because it's cold!
4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
So, my husband, you know how man caves are usually like football or sports or alcohol based?
You lose.
Well, none of that applies to my husband whatsoever. His man cave is literally the garage. It is full of tools and like all of this craftsman stuff. And craftsman I mean trade, not like the tools craftsman. And then his idea of like a dream man cave is literally like a warehouse sized building with a bunch of broken down cars that he can work on non-stop. And all of these things that are like in a fab shop. What I really want to do is I want to try to make like a wooden or metal chess set, cause I think that would be cool, cause all the pieces are round, pretty much. Ah, someone already picked Dragonite. Sad face. Fine. I will go with my other holiday Pokemon. I had a little too much fun with the holiday holowares. This was the first one I got. Like, I don't know the names of any of the things in the fab shop, but I know he wants, like, all of them. Oops. That was not what I wanted to do. Took the little plastic part off the earbud of my earbud. Yes. It is so cute. I'm trying to be good and not buy every single, like, skin for Pikachu. But it's really, really hard. Because it's Pikachu and he's wearing cute little outfits! And yes, according to in-game lore, this is a male Pikachu because the tail is not heart-shaped. Random game information that has taken residence in my brain rent-free is the differences between male and female Pokemon. Like, design-wise. Yeah, so female Pikachu, the end of her tail is like 2 little bumps on a heart. And then male Pikachu looks like Ash's Pikachu with his tail. It's very, like, rectangular or square. Oh. I totally was not paying attention to that. I was paying attention to gathering points. Not which move I was gonna have. Volt Tackle. Because I really like Volt Tackle. I am the superior Chew! Well, not when you do that. Yeah, when you have a healing item, it's not fair! I am curious as to what you said Hantu. Because I will admit I was not looking at chat whenever you typed huh. Ah! So I read that totally wrong. I read it as a huh with a question mark at the end. Not a huh like, oh, that's cool. My favorite gender difference between Pokemon definitely Nidoran and Nidoran. That was the first Pokemon that actually had a difference, and the Pokemon's name is actually Nidoran female or Nidoran male. And depending on which name it has, it is completely different in look. Nidoran female is blue, Nidoran male is purple. And then Nidoran female eventually becomes Nidoqueen. Nidoran male becomes Nidoking. Of course, you need a Moonstone for either of those. Yeah, Pokemon trivia just lives in my head rent-free. It's amusing. I also don't claim Pikachu as my first starter, even though technically it is. Because I was 8 when I played Pokemon Yellow. I was 10 when I played Pokemon Crystal. So my first starter technically should be Chikorita. But if you want first starter ever, it was Pikachu. I am the superior Chew! Thank you.
You're on the final stretch.
Ka-chow!
What a goal!
Is that what it is? That explains so much. I have fun, like, having debates with myself. Like, it works kind of like how imaginary friends work. So, like, the conversation is really just not really me talking to anyone else. It's me coming up with the entire conversation on my own. Like you would for, like, I don't know, if you wanted to get a Barbie doll to talk. And
5, 4, 3,
there we go.
2, 1.
And I will literally do that, and it will be like this little story in my head going with version 1 of me, version 2 of me, and I'll just use it to bounce off ideas and, like, pretend that I have a conversation. It's really fun. Whoa! Whoa! What? How? Okay, screenshot that. Yeah. I thought I wouldn't have a better game than the 300 one. That was a really good game! Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Have to go to the main menu. You actually wear the HoloWear? That is awesome! I didn't know you did that on the home screen! Ah! I legit didn't know you could do that on the home screen! That is amazing! I will gladly take those for Sylveon. So in ranked, I actually main Sylveon. Cause, I unlocked her like a month? No. Yeah, about a month before I unlocked Dragonite. I mean, at least you can, like, make it fun. Because there's nothing worse than someone speaking negatively and then you just join them in with the negativity. It's a double negative and it just causes more negativity. If you have someone talking negative and someone talking positive, they kind of cancel each other out and usually the positivity wins over the negativity. Because smiles are contagious. It's a lot easier to make someone smile than to make someone frown. At least in my experience. That is amazing. I've never actually played Pixelmon. I really need to. But, I actually am on Squirrel's RL Craft server. So I have a lot of fun with that. I need to get on the server either tonight or tomorrow morning before the stream and build something like on top of Squirrel's house. Because I mentioned I was gonna do it. So I used to get really butthurt over like failing in art or video games, and eventually I learned that failing in those two things doesn't matter, and if you can't laugh at yourself, then how are you gonna expect anyone else to laugh at you? Like, even in the case of, hey, I just failed at this game horribly. I stopped caring about that because sometimes failures in games are really amusing. One of the best things I've ever seen in games is like when the bigger YouTubers, when they fail or get upset at failing in a game, it is amusing. And it's like, you know what? I'm gonna fail at a game because people will love it. And maybe my digital suffering will bring them joy. That's also why whenever I freak out in games, I tend to be a tad overzealous, I guess? 'Cause, like, last Tuesday, I think it was last Tuesday or something like that, I found a zombie spawner on the Minecraft server. First thing that comes out of my mouth whenever I find that is literally screaming at the top of my lungs, "Squirrel! Help! I found a spawner!" But it was louder than that, obviously. And then we tried to take on that dungeon and everyone died. It was fun. I was the first goal, yes! That stream was 5 hours long. Like, we didn't expect it to be more than like an hour. And like for the first 45 minutes or so I was doing, you know, troubleshooting of even trying to enter the server. That one. I mean, so what I do whenever there's like multiple people on, like if I'm watching Squirrel and someone else goes live, I will actually do the multi-window thing and I'll open a second window because I want to support them. But I won't leave the first one that I'm already watching. I do have actually hours of the day where no one is streaming that I need to find people who stream during that time. I mean, I'll do that too. But like, I'll lurk for even like a whole stream sometimes. And obviously my ability to support is also based on like how much of the whole momming I have to do and like how much house cleaning I need to do. Because my quote main job that I have is literally full-time mother of 3 and housewife who stays home all day. So streaming is literally my way of de-stressing after the full day of taking care of a 3-year-old, or 3.5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 9-month-old. I'm trying to figure out what you're referring to as 4 because there's like 3 different things that can be. My brain does not get completely every joke. I was wondering if that was where you were going. And here's the funny thing. It's actually more father of 4 because I'm more of a child personality-wise than my husband is.
What a goal! What a goal!
Like, my personality is that of like an annoying little sister. And like, if I don't pester you or pick on you, and I know you pretty well, then there's probably something wrong. Because after a certain point, I will literally treat you like my sibling. And I'm actually the oldest in my actual sibling lineup. It's just me and my brother. But I totally act like the annoying little sister very easily.
2, 1. Time's up. You lose.
Well, see, I also had 6, yeah, there were 6 of us growing up on my mom's side of the family for the cousins. Love, love, whoop. So, I was actually 3rd in line in the cousins. So, it was really fun because we didn't really act like cousins, we acted more like siblings growing up. So, it was really fun picking on my older cousins and being the annoying little sister type. Because I would like just pester. And then the only female cousin that I have on my mom's side was more like a twin to me than like an older or younger. Because our ages were super close. And then my brother and the youngest cousin, or second youngest cousin of the 6, but youngest actual cousin who's not a sibling, those 2 I always saw as twins as well. So it was really fun growing up. The longest 30 seconds in your life are waiting for a game to start. Like, especially when you have everything like preset, 30 seconds becomes like, I don't know, 15 minutes in your brain. I am not touching my controller right now. That was all drift. Okay, maybe it wasn't drift. The controller was actually upside down. Whoops. But the drift is bad enough that it could have been that. That's why I'm getting rid of it. Like, Animal Crossing is just not playable right now because of the drift. And the replacement parts for it cost like 16 bucks, but I wanted new Joy-Cons. I didn't really want to like go through the process of fixing the Joy-Cons that I already have, because I can always do that later, but I wanted new designs. That and Christmas money. Haha, more points. I do love this game with how it's put together. You can very easily lose track of time. Like, each match is 5 or 10 minutes depending on which match type you choose. And then after that, good luck keeping track of time. It's actually a really good game for streaming because of that.
You're on fire!
Like, I think this is one of my more easy games to stream. Personally. Not that, you know, I'm super good at it or anything, because I'm only, like... I dance between great and expert rank, which isn't as great as it sounds. But it's still a fun game. Oh, you used the gravity item. Yeah. Oh yeah. And like there are season goals for like everything. The one that's hardest is do X amount of matches with this specific thing going for you with a friend. That has got to be the hardest goal. Oh, and then defeat Abra X amount of times, because Abra is not actually easy to defeat. And it's only on a single level, and that level is on rotation. Like, the ranked level isn't really on rotation, but all of the levels that are only for 5 minutes are on rotation. And this level has not been on rotation just because it's only for an amount of time, like days-wise. So they don't really need it to be on rotation because it's going to be gone in like 3 days or something like that. We are all jumping. I have no points, therefore scoring is completely worthless to me right now. Can I score? No. I was trying to get a last minute score! Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? Please? 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 Nope. Missed it. It wasn't that many points, but it would have still been cool.
You win.
Not bad. Whoa, Wigglytuff was really good. Yeah, you definitely deserve that. So I basically grew up on the Nintendo systems, so a lot of the information for the Nintendo franchises is like just stuff that I memorized without trying. Even though there are some type matchups in Pokemon that it's like, I need to remember that. Like, fighting? I don't actually know what's super effective against fighting. Or ice, outside, you know, obviously fire. Dragon's pretty easy. Obviously all the basic type matches are super easy. Like the ones that have been around since Gen 1. Most of them have, if not all of them. Fairy, I believe, was added with Gen 6. I think. I keep losing track of, like, the count of the generations. Because, I never played Gen 5. So that throws me off with my count. I mean, that makes sense. Honestly, after Diamond and Pearl, it wasn't worthwhile. Let's see. Ruby, Sapphire, Diamond, Pearl. Yeah. So everything from Gen 1 to Gen 4, I love. I think the weakest out of those is probably 3 or 4. Because Gens 1 and 2 were beautiful, and outside the fact that they were made for the Game Boy Color, they were actually really good. Gen 5, never played. Okay. I did play it for like 10 minutes, but then I quit. And then Gen 6, X and Y, that gave me hope for Pokemon again. Or no. That's Gen 7. Gen 6 was Sun and Moon, I think. So Sun and Moon I liked, but not as much as everything else they made. And then X and Y rekindled my hope for the series. And then Sword and Shield kind of... Yeah. Sword and Shield had its problems. It was a good game, but it was not perfect. It was like Sun and Moon all over again. I mean, I have wanted the Let's Go for a while. And if I get one, it's gonna be Let's Go Pikachu. Because of the whole Pokemon Yellow being my first Pokemon game. I can't get the Eevee one because of the principle of Eevee was taken. So therefore, it wouldn't make sense for me to get Eevee whenever Gary took him. Hello, Bulbasaur. Thank you for your 4 points. There we go. Hello, War Turtle. Do you have more points for me? Yes, you do. War Turtle had many more points than you did, Bulbasaur. And yes, I will actually talk to the games as if they are sentient. Because that's just what I do. Oh, I also really want new Pokemon Snap. Like, if that's anything like the N64 one, it's going to be amazing. It's a close battle. Okay. That is both good and horrible all at the same time. Apparently, you are stronger than me. Good to know. Hey You Pikachu was never remade, was it? Because that would be a really cool one to get remade. I also really wish they would remake Pokemon Pinball. Because that one was really fun too.
Don't give up.
I mean, obviously have more stages and have more Pokemon for the entire pinball machine. Because, you know, we're not in Gen 1 anymore. But it would be so cool to have that remade. That was awesome. Don't touch me! Ah! Bad Charizard. Pikachu, please avenge me and get my points back. Or not. That works too.
You can do the final stretch.
I do get blind by the hope that I score over logically running from a battle. Why is this game gonna end over here? I mean, I would prefer it end over here compared to like on our goal. But why is it over here?
What a goal!
Oh sure, send me back to the base so that I can't possibly make it to the goal in time to score right at the last second. I see how it is. I totally see how it is.
You lose.
Next. I'm thinking one more match. Cause it's like 1:30 here. And I should probably get sleep at some point, right? But I can do one more match. I actually really like how Dragonite plays. I mean, I assume it's good, but, you know, it also gets in the way of production. Squirrel and I were actually joking before you came into the stream about how much more we could get done if we didn't have to sleep or eat. 'Cause if you just take the time that you spend sleeping and eating, you get literally weeks of your life spent doing either one of those. I could do so much more if I didn't need sleep. And go. Grrrr. That was not 0 seconds. I just want to point that out. That was not 0 seconds. And you have the hollowware I want! I have tried for months to get that. And I still don't have it. So, you know that little gotcha thing that I keep trying with the energy and, I click it and it gives me a random item? So, that's the only way you can get Pilot Talonflame here. You can also buy it, but I don't feel like buying it, and I don't have enough of the item that I would need to buy it either. So, I have been trying for months to get it, and I still don't have it. One day I will have Pilot Talonflame, and it will be awesome. And I will also have the little avatar border thingy that comes with it. I also really want the Celestial Ninetales one. Just cause it comes with a really cool looking border thing as well. Hello, Haunter! You're going to be a pain in my butt later. Just please don't evolve too fast. So, the really nice thing about the gacha system in this game is you have to gain the thing to actually use it by playing matches. And that's the only way you can gain it. Like, this game is very straightforward. Closest thing to gambling is that one function, and you gain like, it's either 10 or 15 energy for every match, and one draw on it is 100 energy, and you get only so many draws per week. You can buy more draws, but pretty much everything is like, you can totally do it for like months for free. And the only thing you can do that's not free is purchase of more possible draws. So you can make it possible to where you get everything, But at the same time, the rate at which you can do it for free, it makes it to where paying for it really doesn't make sense. Especially if you play like enough rounds each week to make the season pass, you know, relevant. And the season pass is only $5 per season pass. Or 5 or 8, something like that. It's 500 gems, I believe. And I forget the gem ratio. And the outfits aren't like badly priced either. You have some that are like $20, but the one that I'm wearing right now was 400 gems, or like $5, I think. And yeah, you could technically make this a pay to win because you can get. Why do you keep using that item on me? Because you can get items and you can level them up to level 30. But that doesn't really give you that big of an advantage if you don't know how to play. It's like doing a real money transfer in EVE Online. Yeah, good luck. You now have a Titan. Yay! What are you gonna do with it? Put it in space and have it destroyed the moment you get it in space because you don't know how to fly it? But yeah, the reason that I love this game is because even if you go with the pay to win route, you're not gonna win just because you paid. You have to pay in time, not money. You have to learn how the game works, learn how each Pokemon plays.
What a goal! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What a goal!
And I've gone gambling before. I've done slot machines. Penny slots. I've won on penny slots. After I won once, wow, that was a really good game. That was a really good game. Okay, so after I won once on penny slots, I quit and went to the pool. I was like, hey, guys, I won. I'm gonna be at the pool if you need me. You know of Eve quite well to call it that, you know? I mean, if you don't have loyalty to anyone else, I do know people who, you know, might be willing to keep you safe. So, I actually have, we're gonna go to the main menu. There we go. So I actually have been playing it. I'm gonna go back. Oh, I didn't realize that I had received that. Okay, we're gonna claim all these because items. So I have been playing Eve on and off. I did play consistently for about 8 months, and then after that I became a mom and it was like, I have no time for Eve. So on and off I've been playing for 5 to 6 years. And it is actually pretty fun, and I just got my main to an area that's actually safe again, so I can use her to play. Space combat is actually only fun if you have a good FC. And I am actually lucky enough to know good FCs, as well as, I did think about becoming an FC at one point myself, and apparently I'm decent at it because, the people in my fleets didn't complain. And I flew yeet fleets. When we went out into space, we knew we weren't going to come back unless we were in pods. Or we would take the Pod Express. But that was kind of the whole point, and, you know, the Alliance Executor was paying for that, so it's not like we cared. And yes, I was second in command of an alliance at one point. I need to kind of revive it. Yeah, if you remember Archetype at all, they were my first war deck. And one of the guys who was really into their intel, is actually how I learned how to play the game. He taught me that you really shouldn't trust anyone in space, and if you do trust them because they're paying you to trust them. Otherwise, they're probably gonna take your assets. So, my entire time that I have played EVE, I have played, you know, around the space pirates because they're actually pretty nice people. As long as you know you're not on the wrong side of a war deck. But war decks are fun too. I've never PvP'd solo because I kind of suck at the whole solo PvP thing. So I always have a fleet with me. Just because that's the easiest way for me with my playstyle. And it's really fun. I need to get back into combat sites because I want the items that you can get from that. That, and I actually collect skins. I have a personal goal to own every single skin in the game. Also, you might want to look at the mining, like, mechanics recently, because things have changed, and a Nyx is now the price that a Titan used to be. Like, it's insane. And then they redid mining to where the payout for mining is actually spread differently across the universe. So you actually have to work now to get anything. I mean, I'm honestly thinking of creating an alpha and using that for streaming, because I have already been told that I am not allowed to use my main or anything connected to her for streaming purposes because of possible intel leaks. Because Twitch sniping is real, and if I'm going to have that be a thing, I'd rather have it be on an alpha than anything that it's like my alliance can actually care about. That's also why I don't really mention my main's name, like, on stream. Because it's pretty easy to figure out, like, everything that you've done in space for, like, the last decade if you just have a character's name. But if I create an alpha and it has no history whatsoever, and I use that all for streaming, I can do whatever I want. I already know that, you know, I'm gonna get war decked if I stream it though. It's gonna be amazing. What's even going to be better is if I'm war decked enough that I cannot get out of, like, station. That would be really fun. And then I could try sneaking out of station and changing system. And then I could buy a bunch of Galente shuttles, put them near the gates where I know the people who war decked me are, name them all stupid stuff, and self-destruct them near the gates. I did that one time. That was really fun. That would be really cool! Like a VTuber, corp? That would be really cool. What would be even cooler is if we got a VTuber alliance. But that requires, you know, a lot more people. And like, we wouldn't even have to play the game seriously if we did it. We could do it to where we just goof off the entire time. You want to go out in Hecates and like yeet it on whoever wanted to war deck us? Go yeet Hecates on whoever wants to war deck us. That would be amazing. Yeah, I might have to make this a thing and like create one corp and then accept other corps. It would be so cool. It would be so cool, and like Eve is not one of those games that really I've seen anyone talk about in the VTuber community at all. The only thing I'm thinking is we wouldn't want to stream like mining ops because that's like prime for Twitch sniping because mining ops are a lot of ISK on the field. But it would be so cool. Yeah, I'm thinking this needs to be a thing. And at some point I might have to make the Alpha and Omega. Cause, I don't think Alpha would last me very long if this actually becomes a thing. True. If we had escorts, then we might be able to survive, like, anything that happens, really. And actually, I know how to avoid, war decks. Granted, I kind of want the war decks because they are content. But, we could have an indie corp that's not connected to the corp/alliance, depending on how many people actually become part of this. And we could have that indie corp not war deckable. And we could keep them in, like, high sec as their home, But if we took them outside high sec, we could have escorts from the main alliance. Yes! That would be so fun! Yeah, we're gonna have to come up with ideas for this. Like, beyond just, let's do it. Let's, like, create an actual thing with this. Because it would be so cool. We are going to have to find a way to get around the whole, like, giant learning curve. Because the game is, like, known for having, like, a sheer cliff drop off as far as learning curve goes. Yes! I mean, one of the best ways I've found to recruit is literally defeat someone in battle. That is the best way I've found. Because, if you defeat someone in space, then I guess they're more willing to, like, join you because you're not weak or something. I mean, I could do that. I don't know everything about the game by any means, but I know enough to be able to easily follow FC command, and I can easily tell you how to, like, mine and how to find anomalies or whatever they're called. How to de-scan, all that. It's actually really, really fun. And are you talking direct collabs like actually streaming, or... True, true. And honestly, one of the first lessons you need to learn in that game is you're gonna lose ships. So the sooner you learn that, and the sooner you can accept that you're gonna lose ships, the sooner you can accept that that's just part of the game. Try to avoid it as best you can. And when you avoid it, try to get as many kill marks on your ship as you can. That would actually be really interesting. Yeah, I need to create an alpha, like, seriously. And it actually really works, 'cause, my VTuber avatar actually uses, like, a hairstyle slash color, or rather, I'm going to try to get close to the color, that you can get with Galente. You're gonna lose all the ships! That is the only thing I can tell you, is I cannot promise safety of any of your ships or any of their cargo. Cause Once streaming becomes a part of how you play that game, all bets are off. That, and I already kind of had an alliance promise me that they would war deck me if I did it. 'Cause content. True, true. And like, nothing says that you can't like stream at times that anyone else in the group is not, or anyone else in the group is not streaming. You can stream at different times or the same times or do whatever you want. Long as you're having fun, collecting, you know, ISK and doing whatever your idea of fun in space is, I don't think it really matters. We could even make like a Discord server for it. It would be awesome. What's gonna be funny is if this becomes a big enough thing, we're gonna have someone play with spreadsheets just to write down intel. And then if we get any really good players, oh. Intel is like priceless in that game. Seriously. Any and all intel is very much needed. Let's see. How do I... There it is. Do-do-do-do. Let's do that. And yes, I'm trying to come up with a name for a Discord server. 'Cause, I kinda wanna build this. Like, seriously. We'll just do placeholder. Placeholder name thing. Do that. Do that. Welcome to placeholder name thing. We are actually going to get rid of that one. There is... Okay, fine. I will just... Actually, we should keep that one. We should totally keep that one. So, let us find... Where is it? There it is. Found it! Copied. And I am going to head off to bed. However, I am going to probably DM you on Twitch, since that's the only way I really know how to DM you right now. I don't really know where your Twitter is because I haven't looked for it yet. That will change between now and tomorrow. And yeah, I'm going to actually try to make this Eve thing a thing, because why not? Yes, I'm on Squirrel's Discord. Wait, are you on there and I didn't see you? Seriously? Okay, now I'm curious as to which one you are. Cause I'm on his Discord for his Minecraft or collab stuff. I don't see your name on here. Does Squirrel have 2 Discords? Squirrel! Why did you not tell me this? I don't know if I actually have access to his main one. Time to look at his Twitter. Oh, Squirrel! I love his schedule design. Oh, that's amazing! Okay. Whoa. Okay, 724, that's insane. Where do you even have this hidden? Is it here? Twitter, Twitch, Throne, Coffee. Where did you hide it, Squirrel? Apparently he has hidden it. Let's see, about Coffee, Twitter, about me, stream assets, tips, chat rules. It doesn't exist! On Twitter or Twitch, it does not exist. I was just looking for Squirrel's other Discord thingy. Okay, so we will just do this because this is super easy. Do I need my stream manager? You? Nope. I want. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then let's see. Not what I wanted. Huh. Trying to figure this out via Twitch on mobile. Not easy. There we go. And followed on Twitter, because I actually found your Twitter. And there you go. You did a Twitter thing? Okay. I'm definitely have to watch. I'm gonna have to watch that. I also love the title. Like, I absolutely love the title. That is amazing. So, I am going to head to bed for now, but I shall talk to you later. Oh, I have to like that. You know I do. Night night.